All right, so here's an overview and a review of this Toshiba Convection Toaster Oven that we've had for a couple of weeks now. And I just wanted to get a look at it and sort of go through the functions and what we've learned from it in the last couple of weeks. And so we bought this to replace a 4-slice oven. And in comparison, this thing is just huge. There's a ton of volume in here, a lot of space, which we found to be really nice. So let's have a look at some of the functions. I'll run you through what it does. And so looking at the screen here, it remembers the last thing that you did, right? So that's how that works. And focus here. Okay, so we'll start with toast. And for each one of these settings, there's a default, right? So 4 slices is the default, and you can change that for both how many slices and then light to dark. And really all that does is set a timer. But it's kind of neat, like a home oven, it'll show you which of the elements it's going to be using. So for toast, it's both elements. For bake, it's top and bottom, and then these are the default, the presets, which you can change both for time and for temperature and increments of 10 degrees. So going on to broil, that just uses the top burner. Pizza uses the top, the bottom, and the convection fan. Cookies, same thing, just a different set of presets. A defrost would use the top and bottom. There's reheat. A rotisserie will only use the top element, and then it shows you sort of these rotisserie arms, just noting that you'll have the motor running and it'll be spinning. There's keep warm, and then finally convection, which we use a lot. Top and bottom with the fan, and again, you can sort of change all this. 450 is the highest that it will go. So that's pretty nice. It works a lot like your home convection oven if you have one of those. So let's take a look at some of the things that it comes with now. So it comes with, of course, a rat. And one of the things I like here is on the door, it's labeled. So whatever function you're trying to use, it'll suggest where you should have the rack for that. And, you know, when we did the convection, the rotisserie for the bird, it was a little counterintuitive, but just actually take this strip pan that's included and hit it right there on the bottom element. So these don't get hot on rotisserie, and this gives you the amount of space that you need for the bird to spin around inside there. And so another nice thing that they give you is a crumb tray. They pretty enough all have crumb trays. And decent to make sure you take it out, tip it up and spill all your fun dishes. So much thing I kind of like that they give you is the subtle piece of bent metal rig here, and this is meant to either pull the rack out, right, so you can get your toast, or you can use it to grab this if you're baking chicken nuggets or something on this, so you can put it in and get it out without having to grab, you know, a pad or something like that. And then there are 3 things that are specific to the rotisserie function, this bar being one of them, and it's pointed on one end so you can sort of jab it through the bird. There are 2 of these clamps that push into the bird and hold it steady on this arm. And then one of the things that I found out is as you're putting the bird in, right, the pointed end goes into the motor here, and you have to kind of rock it around until it fits in, and then it sort of hangs over this side. And then this little piece here is meant to grab the bird out. It's what use the way to get it out. This is actually simpler when there's weight, you know, and there's their bit hanger, but kind of just wiggle it out of there, and you have your chicken ready to go. And so we really like this purchase. It does well on all the functions, and it's a good toaster. So that's really important. That's its main function. That would kind of stink if it was, you know, great as an oven, but not so good as a toaster. That's not the case. Pretty much every one of those functions that I went through, it does very well, right? So it's well-rounded, it's versatile. I think it's a pretty good value. Our kids like to use it a lot, which is great because they've been making some of their own things, more often, which is kind of great. And I guess for us, the final thing is it matches this Toshiba microwave that we just recently purchased after our Samsung gave out only 2 years in. So we really like this.